Good morning, YouTube. It's another day. Full energy this morning. I guess I had my coffee this time. I'm not drinking it while I'm talking to you. The sun's coming up. Obviously, it's a beautiful day. Welcome to my life. But got up really early this morning and drank some coffee and was just thinking about this line over here, how steep this was going to be coming out of the garage. And that's the great thing about sitting here working this land myself, is I really understand how it's going to finish. I think a contractor, if I would have said put it there, would have put it there, no questions asked, and would have just done that. So me and the wife got talking, and then the price of concrete or whatever to make this less steep, right? So we kept talking about going back 5 more feet. We know that that's going to cost us in concrete. You know, concrete fluctuates, but you can figure about 150 to 125, $150 a yard, right? Plus the guys putting it in. And that's right now. I mean, it constantly changing right now. It's real volatile trying to figure out pricing right now. But anyway, and by pushing it back 5 feet, it would give us less fill, because this corner really eats it up, because it'll be slanting down by then, right? So you won't be packing in as much, and it gives us a better slope. And I think I could live with the other slope, and I was actually doing that. But when your wife gets concerned about the steepness of the slope, we took a step back, and so I ran a string so she could see it, and she didn't like it. And I ran a string back, and then she liked that better. She obviously knows me pretty well and thinks that I'll come back later and be all upset about it because I should have gone 5 feet back, right? So it really doesn't hurt me much, other than I gotta dig out from that post to that post, because I made a square, and it doesn't need to be square. The front porch is actually 5 feet in, so I left myself plenty of room to make a bigger square, so it's really not that much. In this front corner, I will have to dig out some eventually. I'll just leave it for now, but later. But honestly, this is the corner of the building, so there'll actually be, and this is the driveway, so there'll actually be a sidewalk here for a little bit anyway that goes in. So really, it's about 20 feet by 5 feet that's I don't need, right? And I'll dig that out and use it somewhere later, filling against the foundation or on the driveway or something. So it's really not that big a deal. It is a little bit of a waste, but we think that'll be worth it to have that better angle. And I don't know if you can see that string on camera or not, to be honest with you. I know this is such a wide angle lens, sometimes I miss what I'm trying to show. Let me try doing it the other way so you're not shooting in the sun. But basically, it's got to terminate at my concrete, and then it kind of rises pretty well with the land. I mean, honestly, I mean, that's the deepest point up there. Nowhere near the fill that we would need to come this way and fill this corner in, because it's going to be slanting down. You're still going to need fill, but it won't be as bad. And I think this is the way to go. All right, so this morning plan is going to be to dig this out 5 feet more on this side. Actually, I'm doing 6 just to make a, you know, so if the building twists when he tries to put it in there straight, make sure he has enough pad to do that. And so I'll dig that out. I'm just going to put the dirt on the grass on the other side, because it's just going to fill against the foundation anyway. And then once I get that out, then I'm going to take this 57 and try to get rid of the rest of it on top of here. And then I will start running number 2s, and we'll get what we can get today. Hopefully we can get the rest of the pad, the basic pad in, and then go from there. Yeah. All right. Let's get this thing cracked up and get to work. You know, there's going to be a groupie that'll be like, "Shot, why didn't you plan that out before you even started?" And I thought I did, I'll be honest with you. But I think we do that in life so much. We're always trying to be so perfect. And I could edit this to make me and myself look great. But the truth of the matter is, this is kind of the way life works for me, right? I'm not afraid to make a decision. I'm not afraid to move forward. And sometimes I move forward incorrectly. And I think that's okay. The thing is when you realize it, to not be crazy and act like you can't make mistakes, but to admit that you make mistakes, course correct, and move forward. I think if we all did that in the world, we would be in a lot better place. But who am I talking to? Honestly, 50% of you or more are older than me. You guys know. But I think the next generation needs to know that it's okay to make mistakes, to course correct, and to move forward. Not everything's perfect. Not everything's perfect. All right, let's get to work. All right, so I got that dug back out. That'll push us, I actually did 6 feet just to give that extra foot in there. I think I already had an extra foot, so that'll get us back to there. All right, let's get tractor in some 57. Alright, so I got the 57 from over there, a bunch of it put over here. I know it looks like a bunch of piles, but those are actually against the dirt there. But yeah, I just put that stuff over here the best I could. Now I'll start running number 2s. I'll fill this in, and then we'll start running 2s to finish this pad out. Should be able to get that done today, hopefully. I do have to do some other work for some other people in the neighborhood that need help. But yeah, I'll get this done. Well, not done, but the number 2s. I'll be done with number 2s. YouTube, hey, we're back at it. Had to go get some gas and some hydraulic fluid and move some stuff for somebody else. So my day is really ticking away. I think it's like, yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm just getting my first load. So that sucks, but you know, hey, retired life. I got all the time in the world. I just like to move more. So we'll get it. All right, so we're back here with the number 2s again by the crusher plant. And Rick is on his way. He's right there, actually. So we'll get a load, get out of here. That is awesome. That's awesome. Hey, so this is the 5th trip of the day, boy. Let me tell you, it's hot. Like 90-some degrees out. Can you keep your cab cool with air conditioner? Going up this big hill. It's a monster hill. There's a couple of those things on the way. Makes my water temperature go up. But I think I'm gonna get one more in before they close. And then we'll spread some rock and call it a day. So I have a total mess going here. I got piles of rock everywhere. I was just really trying to rush to get the rock in from the quarry because I was running behind, but I'm just gonna try to smooth it all down and get it pretty much in place, and then kind of see where I'm at. I still have a load on the truck. I was hoping to use to smash it down, but I doubt I'll get that done today. I think I'm just going to get this smoothed in and then figure out what I need left, which will probably be that, and fill the holes. But we'll see how far this goes. I know I got it pretty piled out, so that's what I'm going to work on. Then we call it a day. I mean, it is so freaking hot out here. It's ridiculous. Even though most of the construction guys have called it a day. In the neighborhood, there's like 10 houses going up, and they've just all, it's tough today. So all right, let me get busy. I didn't really, I mean, I haven't even smoothed it with the tractor yet. I'll probably do that here in a second, and then I'll track it tomorrow morning when it's a lot cooler. I'm just gonna dump the rest of those twos right there so they're ready to go for me when I do that garage front. I'll just get them oiled with my tractor and put them in there nice and smooth. In the meantime, they can be stored here because I need them out of the way so I can start my 57s. Good morning, YouTube, or good afternoon, YouTube. It's Thursday, I guess, because I went into my dad's house. I should have filmed this. I just moved the $10 boat for the first time in a long time. That wheel is still locking up. I need to take that apart and work on that bearing. I'll put a new bearing in it. Hopefully this stuff comes off. It looks like it's gonna come off pretty good. Stupid black marks. Anyway, I need to clean under here anyway. But I'm gonna take this tree out today. I decided to go ahead and do it. Yeah. It's got to go, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start carving in the pad going to connect to the concrete from the doors. So, and then I'll number 2 that once I get that nice and smooth, and then I'm really on a holding pattern. I'll get some 57, maybe a couple of those, and I'll do the far side. I really can't do much over here because we want to put the footers in before I start putting 4-foot of 57s on top. I am thinking possibly putting a footer all the way across and this way in the corner here, and then putting block on top. It wouldn't take but a couple rows, but not sure what the cost of that would be, and I'm not sure, because then I could get rid of the dirt pile, right? And then it wouldn't matter what the terrain on the backside does, because we just dig it down to the terrain. So I don't know. I mean, a buddy of mine, Jim, suggested that a long time ago, and I was like, yeah. But now it makes more and more sense as you do it, right? And you know, that's what I'm all about, just going along and figuring out as I go, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Not sure what I'm gonna do there, but that's not the issue right now. The issue right now is we're gonna take this tree out, and then we're gonna smooth this down and make it flow to the driveway. Of course, we're gonna have to go down 4 inches and 4 inches, so 8 inches to go all the way down at the edge there, and then we'll put 4 inches of gravel backfill, some number 2s, and then a couple inches of 57, smash that all down, and she'll be ready for concrete at that point. Looks like concrete will be 2 to 3 weeks at the earliest, so I have a lot of time to get this done, so I'm not in a rush. That does include footers. I think we're going to do footers before then, but the actual concrete pours are 2 to 3 weeks out, so we'll see. Again, I sit down with him tomorrow, and so we'll kind of figure out what exactly we're doing here and how to go forward. You know, yeah, and you want to listen to the advice of those that have done this before, so that's what we're going to do. In the meantime, I think I'm just going to chop a couple branches off, and then yeah, I might just try to knock her over all at once, take her down to the lake, and then chop her up down there. That way all the mess stays down there. Be easier, less trips. I think that's what I'll do, dig around her. I got the big bucket on. I don't feel like swapping buckets either. I may have to swap buckets to do it. I probably should swap buckets. I'm going to swatch buckets. So I'll put the small bucket on the excavator and then dig this out, knock her over, and then take her down the lake, then probably chop her up down there. All right, well, let's get busy. tree removal. Then dig them out, carry the whole tree down to the burn pile, and cut them up down there. It's so much easier than picking it all up. But everybody should buy an excavator, that's my thing. Good little handy tools to have. A little steep on this hill though, I'll tell you that. You guys don't feel that, but a little steep, and I got my load on the wrong side, so I just gotta be careful here I don't flip this thing over. I left my camera way up there. I'm gonna have to go over and get it. The only bad thing about YouTube, you guys work me to death. Well, my piece of junk chainsaw won't start. I don't know why it does that every once in a while. It drives me crazy. And sometimes it works just fine. That's just weird. So, and my electric one, the battery's dead, of course. That actually could do this job, but it's charging. So I guess I'll go clean up there and dig that out, scrape that off, I guess, until the battery's charged on the other one. And I guess I'll bring this one back up to the house. A little frustrating, but whatever. Man, it is crazy hot out here, and if you exert anything like I just did, spending 10-15 minutes trying to get that thing started, you're gonna die. Well, let me get up here and get up in the wind or something. Got the grass cut off the top and all the junk out, roots out. Now we're gonna get the tractor and get rid of this dirt and get it over there and clean this up a little bit, and then we'll come back and probably take a shovel and push a lot of this off, but get it cleaned up and probably pour some 57 in. Yeah, I would have to dig this out a little more because it needs to be 4 inches and then the 4-inch thing. So but I'll probably put some 57 in there, and then some 2s across the rest of this, and then that's probably gonna be about it for me today. I thought I was just gonna be tracking that stuff, but I want to get all this cleaned up, make it look a little nicer than it does right now. Just like a big mess. So can't stand a messy work site. Gotta get it clean. All right, I also washed my tractor off because it was getting so bad it was ridiculous. It's embarrassing almost. I have a dirty tractor. YouTube, so it's getting late. We got the grass scraped off this anyway, and then got that jaw of the junk moved and the tree out. Got her packed down real nice, but we still got a lot of scraping to do. Like I'll need to flatten this whole area out. I can kind of see right here, and then go from there. I mean, I can see it's real wavy down there, right? Some of that will fill with gravel, then others of it will, but it has to be, definitely has to be chopped low enough where I can go lower. So I'll try chopping that out tomorrow, working on that. But I think that's gonna be it for this evening. Tomorrow I plan to get up and track this in real good, and then probably push some of it into some of it down here, and then I don't know though. I mean, I may just do 57 on this, I'm not sure. Maybe do 57 thin, and then our number 2 real thin. Maybe that might work with that pile there, and probably pull this down some. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like after I pack on it for a while, after I track on it for a while. I want to get a real tracked in just to kind of see where I'm at. I definitely want to dig that out. So maybe I'll start the morning by digging that out and then getting some 57 in there. And then, I don't know, maybe I need to do this dirt work first. So who knows what I'll do. We'll find out tomorrow, won't we? All right, see you tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. Hey, it's Friday and it stormed last night. We got a big storm. I think it was 2.5 inches of rain. I mean, it must have come down, I don't know, within an hour, maybe 2. So, which is good. I mean, we really needed it. I mean, this is so dry and dusty now. I really wanted some rain. It will slow me down on shaving this in because I don't want to do it in the mud. But, you know, tomorrow I'll be cutting back into it again. I'm delayed anyway. My builder is taking a roof off a burnt house and replacing it, and didn't expect the rain, and so he's got to get it all cleaned up and all the water out of there and then get it dried in today. So I was expecting to see him tonight, but I doubt I will. So I'm kind of delayed anyway, which is fine. I mean, we're 2 to 3 weeks out from concrete. And there's still a lot of things that need to be done. I have changed my mind on a couple of different things. Like one, I think I'm going to have a footer dug in here and here in this corner and all the way down that wall. That way I don't have to have that pile of dirt there piled up against the building, you know, and then I can go back to my more original plan of, you know, tucking stuff back in there, one day putting a lean-to over there or whatever. So I do think we're going to do a block wall on this corner, and then we'll fill into that block wall. I think that'll be better in the end. So yeah, the other thing I got to do, well, the thing I'm going to do today probably is take this tree out, which I really don't want to do. It's such a pretty tree. I wish this tree was there and that tree was here, but it's not. I don't like these trees. I mean, it's pretty. This, I don't know, what is it, a birch? I don't even know. But it's a pretty tree, but it sheds all the time. And like, if it doesn't get enough water, it doesn't rain enough, it'll shed. If it doesn't, you know, whatever, it sheds, and it just constantly sheds, and I can't stand the mess all around. So I wish they were reversed, but they're not. Of course, I can't take both of them out or my wife would kill me. So I will take the one that I hate to take this tree out. It's so pretty. But there's no way that you can come out of this garage door and come around and have enough room with the trailer and truck to swing. And you're probably going to be swinging right here is what I'm assuming. So we'll probably connect the concrete somewhere right in here. And that tree is just coming away. Even if we didn't connect here and we connected up on the corner, maybe here, you're so close to that tree, the root system and all that stuff, which is just, and of course, look at the top, you'd be smashing into it. So it's just got to go. It's, I don't like it, but it's one of those things. So I'll be working on that today, and then I'm probably going to try to just keep on smashing the gravel, right? I'll track it in with my track loader. I may go get a load of 57s and just run back and forth on it with my dump truck. Of course, we can always use the 57 up there. I can smooth that out up there in this muddy mess. But I think the tree will probably take up a lot of time, so I'll go ahead and dig that out, drag it down there. I still have the other tree down there. Maybe I'll get my chainsaw working, and if not, I'll use the electric one, chop it up a little bit and pile it up so I can burn it down there by the lake. I do it down there by the lake so I can just push it in. If it gets out of control, I can just push it in the lake. I don't want to ever push anything in the lake, but if the fire gets out of control, it's kind of a safe place for me to burn. All right, well, let's get to work. All right, YouTube, it's mid-afternoon and I've got absolutely nothing done. The tarp on the boat, $10 boat, ripped, and I wanted to get another tarp over it because I have all kinds of stuff in there before it rained. The wind just shredded the old one. It's like a year old now, I guess. So, but anyway, I got that tarp and got it retarped, and then I had to go change because I had fiberglass already. But some good stuff has really happened this morning. I was talking to the neighborhood association president about my issue with the distance, and then this tree, losing this tree, and then if I could just line it up with this driveway. And he started talking to me about where's the 30-foot rule. Well, when we redid the covenants, the 30-foot rule didn't come over, so I'm exempt, period, which is awesome because now I can bring my building up and line it up with this driveway, and that's perfect, right? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move it to there, and I'll move it up forward in the front. We'll measure it off and get it marked out. I think I've already done that actually, and that'll allow me way less fill, number one, because it's way up on the hill. So that's good. And it gives me, I don't have to have this, I won't have to have this huge hill, and it allows me to keep this tree, which is awesome. I really wanted to keep the tree. My wife really wanted to keep the tree. We like trees, we like the shade, we don't want them destroying our stuff, but you know, trees are nice. So that'll work out great. I'll come straight across there, go to that, the door will be right there. The building will be pushed, you know, I think about 5 feet forward, maybe a little more, maybe it might be 6, I don't know, but I think it's 5 feet forward. And that's wonderful. I mean, that's wonderful. I know it's sad that I put all this rock down here, but I'll just lift it up, take it up there and spread it in nice and even, and you know, take it from this side, put it on that side. It is what it is. I'd rather that though. I'd rather go dig up rocks that I've already done and move a dirt berm that I've already put in any day than to have to deal with this slope off, because I'm afraid it's going to settle. It's just too deep. And then of course get to keep the tree, plus less concrete, because I can go straight to the driveway instead of having to make like an arch around or something like that. So big blessings this morning all around, even though it's going to cost me more work. So that's my status. All right. I am going to try to get something done today, so I figure I'll go down. The electric chainsaw is charged up, even though I can't get my gas one to start. I'm going to have to take it apart or something. So I'm going to go down and chop up that tree and get it stacked. The lake is coming up like crazy. The turned brown again. We've had that ton of rain last night, so it's all just now catching up. The lake's coming up fast, so it's all nasty. So anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that, just because. So I need to check on the dock. Yeah, with all the rain, man, the water's really coming up fast. Of course, it turned brown from green again too, but it's flowing right along. There was a lot of rain last night. I think we got 2.5 inches here. I heard they got even more down lower to the south, and that's where most of the water comes from. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just trying to chop some of this up and clean it up so I can come down with the excavator and pile it better and burn it. But that's kind of the goal. Of course, you know, I'm using my electric chainsaw because my gas won't start. So I don't know how much I'll get done, but really the biggest thing is just try to get it into a bigger or a pile, you know. So let me get going, and then I'll come down with the excavator and stack it up. A little electric chainsaw got through some of it, but for some reason I think the oiler's clogged up on it or something. There's always something in it. All right, it's getting late in the afternoon. I've been doing a lot of work off camera. I took 10 feet out of here and pushed that back, and then went forward 10 feet. That's kind of going forward 10 feet, to be honest with you. And then I tracked it in, and I've been tracking on the pad just back and forth. I took all the dirt that I took out of here. I took up to the front, which I'm going to go track in now, which I'm going to put on camera. I don't know, I just got busy and forgot to film and whatever. Yeah, they used that pile and then dug some out on the other side because I got 5 feet of gravel over here to use. So, and of course I'll use it on the driveway and all that stuff when I get there. But right now I'm going to go in and track out this dirt in the front, and then I'm probably going to call it a day. I'll probably try to get the wife out this evening and just do measuring. See if we can't square up a square, and plan some stuff out. But really thankful, just thankful today. Even though both chainsaws are broken and whatever, I just am thankful that the neighborhood association is allowing me to go 10 more feet up. There wasn't room, so that's cool. That really makes my day. It's going to make this a lot better. Pulling it off that hill, don't have to get rid of that tree. Just thankful. So, and on my big old lot, nobody's going to know the difference anyway, even if it was a rule, but it's not. So, it's just good to get the word from them that that's okay. And yeah, all right, we get back to work. Got the front all smashed in. You can't perfectly level it because it's grass, but you know, I'll let it sit for a couple days, track it again, and it'll be perfect. So, but it's way better than those big ditches that are cut across there. So, good use of the dirt. All right, let's head back and call it a night, I think. Well, have a good evening. So the other day I was getting really frustrated about this daggone chainsaw not starting. I love my chainsaw, but it wouldn't start, and then the battery was dead on the electric one or whatever, and I ended up throwing the blade on it. Regardless, I called my buddy Jeff, and I was talking to him about it. He's like, clean the spark plug, man. That worked for me on mine. Now I'd already, pulled the spark plug out and wiped it off, whatever, and looked at it. It looked fine. But I didn't like sand the probe down or anything like that. So I did a little file in there, just a little bit on the metal side of it, and runs like a top now. So thanks, Jeff. All right, on that note, let's go down and cut that tree up and make that pile nice and neat. I'll just fire up the excavator and take it down there. It's rained last night. It's just now starting to dry off enough where I can work the ground, but I'm gonna go down there and do this tree before it gets too hot. It's already hot before it gets too hot. So let's go do that. For you regular watchers, not only did I fix my chainsaw, my time-lapse camera, I just realized why it keeps shooting the smaller frames. So it's the 16:9 instead of 4:3 now. So you people that are watching this on a big screen won't be as irritated with me. Yeah, so I got that fixed. All right, it's a good day already. Let's get to work. usually I come and stack it back up and just keep it stacked so it burns the whole pile. But I didn't do that, and the reason I didn't do that is I am definitely allergic to poison oak. And it just had a ton of poison oak all in it. And so I just thought it'd be better to let it burn itself down and me just stay out of the smoke, because I catch it easy and I get it bad. It usually takes a shot, not the pills. Sometimes the pills work, but a lot of times I have to go back in and get a shot even after I've had the pills. The pills that just can't finish it off. So I just decided to stay out of it this time. I just let it burn. It burned sloppy. It didn't burn at all. But maybe as I get older, I get a little more wiser. It doesn't have to be done in a day, like I normally like have things done. So that's why. If you're wondering. So with the conversations throughout the week with the neighborhood association board, as you know, I pushed my building up 10 feet, which is awesome. I have also come back 5 feet, which takes out a lot of fill. Now it is still going to have me up here. I know that this seems crazy when you look at that. It seems level, and that side is going to have a little fill too, you know, across there. But that's actually where it's at. So yeah, so my plan today is just to kind of clear some of this gravel back up, and I'll probably use some of it on the driveway here. I may scrape this down, to be honest with you, and level that out, and then use this gravel for this pad and just get it in there. Of course, if I choose to use the dirt, I'll pull it over, but I have a feeling that I'm just going to put in a foundation, a footer, and then stack cinder block walls on it level across both ways. I just think that'd be better in the end. You know, I talked about putting implements up against the building and all that stuff, and this would just allow it to be what it is, back those implements up to it, and it'd be cool. Now, one of the things that does happen with my little bit of a change is that this is the edge of my building, and that's my driveway. So I will have to bring the driveway over, you know, which I was planning on anyway, but it actually comes all the way over to here is where the second double door, you know, so between the two double doors in the back, that's the distance I'd need to come for the driveway. So I'll need to cut this just a little bit through here, probably round back a little earlier, and then fill this in with gravel, which is fine. I don't mind a big area back here to back the truck onto and all that stuff anyway. Less to mow too. Wasn't my intention to have that such a big area, but you know, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It gives a place to put the RV, I guess. In the meantime, I'll get busy doing this myself. All right, so I talked myself into a change of plans. Instead of pushing that up any more than I have, I will push it into a pile though, so I'm not grabbing dirt. But I'm going to go ahead and shave this little hump off here, pull the grass back to where it's going to be for the driveway, and then I'm just going to kind of lay that in here as I go. I think that'll be nicer instead of moving the rock twice. So let me scrape on this. Well, I just want to get the key to the tractor. We're going to move this box plate out of the way. And yeah, basically I need to make a nice ramp. Doesn't have to be perfect because they're gonna put gravel in, but I want it to be, I mean, you can't go down, you know, I can always add, but I can't go down, so I need to take the hump out. And you can, I don't know if you can actually see it. I can see it, but the camera hides a lot of stuff, but you can kind of see right here and right here. It's just a hump. So we'll take that out. We'll smooth this down some too, because it's going to go, this is all going to be lifted though. You figure how much that's got to be lifted all the way down, right? So, you know, it's not crucial to get it too far down, but I do want a nice rise, not a rise and drop.